You have several options after adding your rubric. I recommend going through these options and deciding what the best options are for you and your students and for the assignment. Then click Submit and you will see your assignment in the weekly folder. The next most common assessment tool is the discussion board. Here you give your students the opportunity to interact with other students and with you. To create a new discussion board, hover over Tools and click Discussions or Discussion Board. If you already have a discussion board created, as there are 2 ways to create discussion boards, you can just choose the discussion board you wish to use. If not, you can click on Create New Form. You will name the new form, set the availability, and then look at the settings. Typically, you will want to keep the view as standard. However, you will most likely want to grade the forms. Thus, I click on Grade Discussion Forum and set my points. Enter a due date and add a rubric to grade with. Again, you may want to create a new discussion board rubric. I usually leave everything else as it is. When I hit Submit, it takes me back to this page, to the next page. Takes me to this page, where I now choose the discussion board I just created. It now asks me to create a link. This is linking the discussion board to the assignment. See? I fill in the information putting very specific instructions for the completion of this assignment. Then I click Submit. Now you can see the discussion forum icon. Oops. And when I click on the link, it takes me directly inside the forum. You will need to instruct students to click Create Thread to get started. I've gone over the most common assessments, but as you can see, there are so many other tools and assessment options, and the instructions in Blackboard are very clear. If there's a tool that you would like to use that I did not explain, please contact your facilitator who will provide additional information. Before we end, let me remind you that you must also include self-assessments in your course. There are so many ways to do this in Blackboard. I'm going to show you a few. If you hover over assessments, you can see the self and peer assessment. This allows you to ask open-ended questions about student learning gains in a chapter or for a couple of chapters or whatever. You name it here, you put in the instructions, the dates. You can allow for self-evaluation. You click Submit and it'll ask you to actually put in the questions. You could create an ungraded assignment where students can upload rough drafts of papers for you to give feedback. You can also create surveys in Blackboard. However you decide to do this, be sure to label the assignment as self-assessment so that your reviewers don't count off points for it being missing. So, as you can see, this was a very basic overview of creating assessments in Blackboard. For more information, please contact your training facilitator.